read through it carefully. Okay, if you are not something that you're not sure, please check with your program leader or check with your lecturers on this. Okay, so I just briefly go through some of important one. Okay, this one is important. Okay, so have you? I think before 1 week you will receive from the college the intranet for the exam authorization slip. Have you got it already? Check. Okay, you have to on and off. Go and check. Okay. Okay. Last time is a physical copy you can collect from office. Now is you have to print it out yourself. Okay. So at least 1 week before, and after you print out, you check the details whether it's correct or not. So there should be have your names and ID, everything. Okay. So you must print it in the clean white A4 size paper. Okay. So not those links one, the clean one, and must print in the hard copy. And after you print out, make sure you don't chomting, you don't jot anything on the exam slip. All right. So this one, and you must bring along with you every time you come for exam. This is important. If not, we are not allowed to sit for the exam. Okay. So this is important, and also you need to bring along your ID card. Okay, your student ID card, not the ICF, your student ID card. Okay. If really you forget to print out your authorization slip, you have to go and print again. All right. So this is one. And here also the same things. You are prohibited to bring along your pencil case. Okay. So a handphone you can bring inside, but put under your chair. Wallet, I think they will also ask you to put up the wallet and put under the chair. Because they scared you put outside then missing or what. Okay, so make sure before you enter to your room, exam room, all the notes in your pocket take it out. Okay, make sure check first, because last time got one student, I think she is not intentions to cheat okay, but after she read, they just put inside the pocket she forget. Okay, so and eventually this saw there's a piece of paper inside her pocket. Okay, so she will steam for cheating already. Okay, even though she didn't take it out. Okay, but better don't do that. And no smartphone or any special tablets bring along. You only can allow to bring calculator. The basic calculator will do. All right, and the pen, pencils, eraser, liquid paper. I think it's allowed, right? I think yes. Last time my students also used liquid paper. They didn't say no, then they just bring on. Switch off. Yeah, you have to switch off your handphone and face it down. Okay. So we read through first. So anything you don't understand, you let me know tomorrow. Okay, I will go through with y'all tomorrow now. Okay. Okay, now I want to mark your attendance. Okay, can you hear me, students? Okay, I mark your attendance first. Brian here or not? Hi. Morning. Not coming why Last day already, last day don't want to come William?
Yes, miss.
Alright. Eileen? Alright, 而且 Eileen 都來了。Eileen first time come, right?
Brian, the Brian.
Oh, sorry, Brian here. Okay. I think we first time meet you, right? You never, you're going in. Okay. Oh, Jiao Hui?
Yes, miss.
Okay. Edward here. Eugene? Okay. Julia?
Yes, miss.
Right. Kai Yi?
Yes, miss.
Kai Yi not coming today Kai Yi 为什么不来今天？
因为很热啊。
因为很热这边很凉心柔
Yes, miss.
你家比较凉Okay, 心柔 here. Esther?
Yes, miss.
Okay. 嘉良
Yes, miss.
wow, so far away也是。春坚
Yes, miss.
Okay. 金南
Yes, miss.
Minh Du 文谦
Yes, miss.
Okay. 君香
Yes, miss.
Alright. Hong Seng 没有 Martin
Yes, miss.
Alright. Ken Fu expect Ken Fu 来的嘞Ken Fu 没有来Ken Fu 他迟到文谦文琪 sorry 文琪
Yes, miss.
Alright. May Queenie 也是很热没有来Queenie 很热What is the reason 很热没有来姚宽
Yes, miss.
Rachel
Yes, miss.
Rachel 有吗？有
Hello.
Hello, okay. Very soft. Jun An.
Yes, miss.
Yixin Yi.
Yes, miss.
Okay, and Tai Man.
Yes, miss.
Okay, so all here except Ken Fu and Hong Seng is not here. Okay, let's start. Who is supposed to present tutorial 12? Question 1. Tutorial 12, make sure you know how to do the question 1 until question 3 or the extra question all. Okay? Must do all the 5 questions before you sit for your final exam. Okay? Make sure you know how to do it. Okay? So you look at the past paper, every year sure come out this kind of question. Okay? Sure come out. Okay? So if you have no problem to do these questions, that means to say you already 5 marks inside your bucket already. Because every 4 questions, 25 marks each. Alright, so you already have 25 marks in your pocket if you know how to do that. Okay, question 1, siapa buat Question 1, Li Jinan. Okay, question 2, ke Sinro. Brian 终于 5 question now. Yes! Jinan, mana you Okay.
Hello?
Yes, can hear you. Can I see your questions?
Question, I didn't put it there.
Oh, record.
Hello, miss.
Hi, can hear you.
I have Long Zheng and Sri miss.
You are what
Long Zheng.
You're Hong Zeng.
Yes.
What's your last day Last day already, you still want to late Hey, late today don't in exam don't late
Okay.
Minute, more than 30 minutes you cannot enter already So cannot enter to your exam hall
Okay.
Ken Fu 咧，Fu 仔仲喺游緊水 Okay. Okay, Jinan, can you share me your question first before you share me your answer?
Wait, Miss.
Okay, waiting. So it's important for you to read the questions, okay? And in exam, try to draft up the P&L and SLRP first, okay? And then you just transfer the figures. And for me, my style is normally I will do the additional information adjust first, then only I fill in the rest. Okay, it depends on your preference, okay? Martina, the question you. Oh, today my wow, before enough how many? Let you see. 2, 4, 8, 9, 哎呀，50个哎，我们整间出来。金娜，你还在吗？
在，
找不到 question 啊？
有，我放进去这。
Oh, okay. And next time is come to a physical class. I cannot remember your recognize of face. Unless of you, I remember because every day and mention I remember. And Kai, the rest I think Brian also. Okay. The rest they those never come and see, never came on. I never see your face. Okay. If next time you recognize my face, just say hello to me. Okay. So otherwise, hopefully I will be able to teach you content in the next paper and next paper. Also, 到了哦，金娜。Okay, everyone, look at the questions while waiting for Jinan to present the questions. Okay, you have the question with you, right? So you look at the questions. Mother Jaya trading extract. Normally, I ask students to read the header. Don't ignore the header. Header gives you some information like what is the company's name, Madu Jaya Trading. When you prepare your SOFP and SOPL, you don't just write the prepared statement of profit and loss. You have to put the header Madu Jaya. Okay. Okay, so you have to put Madu Jaya Trading on top, then only statement of profit and loss. Okay, the header, and then you have to know what is the year end. Okay, in the header, normally they give you the year end. All right, so we have done that. So the requirement part A is asked us to prepare the SOPL for the year ended 30th August X1 and prepare SOFP for part B. Okay, Gina, can you read the additional information number 1?
Closing inventory was valued at cost 26,300, but the market value was 29,900.
Okay, if the question gives you two figures, the cost amount and the market value, you don't care which one, you just choose the lower. Okay, choose the lower. You don't care about the cost and market value. And this 26,900 closing inventory, you're supposed to update in which statement? Go to where? 26,300.
Statement of profit or loss.
Only.
And statement of finance position.
Can you show me where you update in your SOPL under where? Cost of goods sold.
The closing inventory.
Okay, if this closing inventory in your SOPL, it should be positive figure or negative figure in your SOPL.
Negative.
It's a negative figure. 记得要放你不放 negative 不用紧，不放 budget 不用紧，可是 when you do the calculation, you have to minus. Remember that. Okay, so that's why I always ask students to bracket because you remind yourself to minus. Okay, so done already. Okay, once you updated both places, it already have 1 mark, 1 mark, or half a mark anyway. Okay, question addition, not two, what is that?
A quarter of the wages and salary was paid to warehouse employees.
Okay, so this one is to, a quarter means 1/4. You have to split your wages and salary to wages to the cost of goods. So how much is the wages, huh? Can you show me where you punch your wages? Yeah.
Here 9,000.
Okay, so how you get 9,000?
I take 36,000 and
Divided by,
divide by 4.
yeah. So in exam, please give the workings that, okay? Normally, first paper for your diploma, they will give some marks for the workings. Okay, important, student, put the workings at the side, yeah, right, like what she did. Okay, 36,000 times divided by 4, all right? So 9,000 you go to the wage, go to the cost of goods sold, and the remaining 27,000 goes to where?
Expenditures.
Can you highlight that? Okay. So after you updated in your SOPL there already, you can go to the trial balance, delete 掉它，就这讲这个 wages 调定了。Okay, you can just write off in your trial balance already. In exam, you just do that. So then you will not repeating this. Okay, so your wages and salary can done already. Then continue. Note 2, there is also one adjustment. Is 1/3 of the carriage expenses was delivered goods to warehouse. What does this mean? They want you to split your carriage expenses to inwards and outwards. Okay, so what is the total carriage expenses in the trial balance?
For the
is 4,500, right? So you have to split to 1/3 to where? Carriage inwards, right? Yes, it's part of the cost of goods sold. Okay, again, remember to show your working. Okay, so you have to bracket 4,500 divided by 3,005. You go to your cost of goods sold. Okay, and the remaining 3,000 you will go to your normal expenditure. Correct? Okay. Okay, 如果你下面做了working 上面就不用做了，你就是 just do one working 啦。Okay, that means I think you done the working in the expenditure. Okay, good. This is note 2. Note 3 that? What is note 3?
receive utilities bill 450 for August 20X1, but no payment was being made.
Okay, so means to say this 150 is supposed to charge to this year but haven't paid yet. So should you add a minus to your utilities? You should add now. How much is you charge to your P&L? Utility should be?
Accurate utility 405.
No, total utilities to be charged to your P&L is how much?
5,450.
Yeah, you will charge 5450 and then accrued 450 you go to current liability. Okay, good. Next, number 4.
Insurance premium was paid for the year end 31 December 20X0.
All right, so this one is the annual premiums year ended 31st December. So when is our year end? When is our the margin trading year end?
August 31.
August 31. But this insurance premium is paid until 31st December. So there is overpayment. How many months are the overpayment?
1 month. 4 months. 4
months, right? Because end at the 31st August, so the prepayment is September, October, November, and December. 4 months. So look at your trial balance. Your insurance, total insurance, how much?
3,600.
Okay, this 3,600 is paid for how many months?
12.
12 months, because they tell you it's for the year ended 31st December. Year ended, that means 12 months. So you use 3,600 divided by 12 months times 4. Okay, so how much is a prepayment for insurance?
1,200.
Yeah, okay, so you will minus this 1,200 from your insurance premium. So how much you charge to your P&L for insurance?
2,400.
Yeah, 2,400, and the 1,200 extra payment, you will charge it to your current
Assets.
asset, okay, as a prepaid insurance. Okay, correct. Okay, note number 5.
Receive rent for the 6 month and 30 September 20 X1.
So rent received, how much is the rent received in the trial balance? How much in the trial balance, the rent received?
4,800.
4,800. This one is for how many months?
6 months.
6 months until 30th September. Our year end is on 30th August. So that is over receipt. Okay, we receive rent in advance of how many months?
1 month.
1 month. Okay, so we have to deduct 1 month from the rent receipt. So 1 month is how much?
1 month is 800.
Yes. Okay, so you have to deduct 800 from the rental receipt. So you will only charge 4,000 to your P&L as an income. Okay, so we have to show the workings as well, how you get the 4,000. Okay, so the 800 received in advance, you will show in your SOFP under current asset, current liability.
Current liability.
Yeah, it's a current liability because you receive more than what you're supposed to receive. All right. Okay, number 6.
An additional amount due from Enjie Nagurans RM 1,600 is to be written off as bad debt. Allowance for doubtful debts is to be increases to 2,250.
Okay, so this 1,600 is additional bad debts. Okay, haven't minus from the trial trade receivable. So what it will be the total bad debts? Is there any bad debts in the trial balance?
Yes.
Yes, right. It's already charged 1,009. This one is already deducted. Now you have to add in the 1,006. So total bad debts is how much?
3,500.
Okay, 3,500, and then the 1,600 you get a minus from where?
Sorry?
The bad debts 1,006 you have to minus from where? You add 1 to the bad debts and then you have to minus another.
Minus to trade receivable.
Okay, again you have to show how the adjustment, the working. Okay, how you get the trade receivable net. All right, so okay, after you're done and you updated your trade receivables, then how about the allowance for doubtful debts? The closing for allowance for doubtful debt is 2,250. Okay, increase to 2,250. So this is a closing. All right. So this 2,250 you got a minus from where?
1,500.
The closing. You will show in your. Do you charge it to the P&L or go to the SOFP?
Decrease charge in expenditures 700, 500. 750.
Okay, so for the P&L, you have to compare the opening of allowance for doubtful debts, which is 1,005, with the closing 225. Okay, 2,250. Okay, so this one is an increase by 750 you charge to your P&L. How about the closing 2,250?
Charge in current asset.
You get a minus from your trade receivable 2,250. Okay, so understand that this one is a special case that the closing you will post it to your trade SOFP under the current asset there. Okay, minus from your trade receivable. The differences you will go to your P&L. Okay, so this one you need to take note. Okay, note number 7.
Depreciation is to be provided as below. Furniture and fitting 20%.
20% on cost or on net book value?
As cost.
At cost. So how much is the depreciation?
50,000 times 20% is 10,000.
Okay, so this 10,000 you charge to your P&L and then you add it to your accumulated depreciation. But furniture and fittings do not have any opening accumulated depreciation, so you will charge it to your directly 10,000 to your SOFP. All right. How about office equipment? Depreciation, how much?
Also 20%.
Straight line method, that means it's still on cost, 20% is on cost also. So how much?
So for 40,000 times 20,000 is
4,000.
8,000.
8,000, right? 8,000. So this one you have to charge the P&L, and the 8,000 you have to add it to the accumulated depreciation opening. Okay, so total accumulated depreciation of office equipment is how much?
60,000.
15,000. Very good. Okay, next one is the motor vehicles.
Is using reducing balance method. So take 70,000 minus 25,200 and times 20%. So gets 8,960.
All right, so you can charge it to P&L, and then you also add it to accumulated depreciation. How much is accumulated depreciation for motor vehicle?
34,160.
Okay, good. Okay, so we already adjusted and whatever given in the additional information. Now you go back to your trial balance. Okay, we transfer every figures to the P&S. Furniture and fittings, office equipment go to where?
Statement of finance position, not current assets.
Non-current asset, and accumulated depreciation already added. Okay, and the motor vehicle is also non-current asset. Okay, how about drawings? Drawing go to where?
Equity.
Equity, is minus or add to capitals?
Minus.
Minus, and make sure you must put in correct sequence of capital first, add it the profit, that only you minus the drawing. Understand or not? Okay, you cannot put drawing first, Okay, capital is go to your SOSP, equity, Loan
Go to non-current assets.
Non-current asset, non-current liability.
Non-current liability.
Okay, it should be below your equity, after your equity, before your current liability, correct? Opening inventories.
Cost of goods sold.
Cost of goods sold, correct. Purchases and sales. Which one is purchase? Which one is a sales? Debit side is a purchase or sales?
Debit side is purchase.
Credit side is a sales. Okay. Returns. Which one is the return inward? Which one is the return outward?
The debit is return inward. The credit is return outward.
Okay. The return inward is to minus your sales. Return outward is to minus your purchases. Everyone. Okay. Good. Carriage we already done it now. We speak to the cost of goods sold and expenditures. Wages and salary already done. Discount. Debit side is what? Discount allowed.
Debit side is allowed. Credit side is received.
Okay, allowed is an expense. Received is an income. Interest. Not interest. The rental we done already. Interest 1,008. Go to where?
Expenditures.
Expenditures. Okay. Insurance done already. Utility done already. Bad debts done already. Trade receivable done. Trade payable go to where?
Trade payable go to current liability.
Yeah. Okay. Allowance for tapu debt done already. Okay. Last two is a bank and cash. Bank and cash go to where?
Current assets.
Current asset. Okay. So let us see your answer. How much is your gross profit?
Gross profit. 73,500.
All right. What is your net profit figures?
5,640.
Okay, this 5,640 will be posted to where?
Equity.
Okay, you will add it to your capital stack. Okay, good. So how much is your total non-current asset?
25,000.
Not total non-current asset wall.
Huh?
How much is your total non-current asset?
Or total non-current asset. 84,250.
Total wall, non-current asset wall.
Non-current asset, sorry. Phát mông à?
Lo
99,840. This one.
Okay. And the current asset is how much?
84,250.
And the total asset?
Total asset 184090.
All right. Okay, then the closing capital,
Closing capital 126540.
all right. And then the total equity plus all the liability is how much? It should be tied back to the total asset, the balance.
Yes.
Okay.
Balance.
Good. Okay, his answer is correct. Okay, students, tell you one thing. Okay, in exam, don't bother to value it's balance or not balance. Okay, the total amount of the asset, 184,090 that one no marks one. Okay, 不要 bother 他去 total 给他就是check 自己 whether can balance 罢了，自己开心罢了 ，balance 就开心咯。OK， 如果没有时间 close， 不要理他。So long you have filled in the things, the number into your SOP and SRP, you got marks one. Even cannot balance, okay, you still get marks one. Understand or not? So, because I don't want the student just because want to balance it, spend a lot of time. Okay, calm yourself. You cannot use more than 30 minutes to do this question. Okay, if already comes up in 30 minutes, move to another question. 做完先，然后倒回来。Okay, otherwise you will spend a lot of time struggling here. Okay, okay, good. Thank you, Jinman. Your answer is correct. Okay, thank you.
Thank you,
Let's
Miss.
move to question 2. Question 2, who is preparing per row, missing row?
Okay, teacher.
Yeah. Questions that are okay. So read the questions. Header and requirement first. Top and bottom. That only go to middle.
Tracy Enterprise is operated by President Tim. She provided the following trial balance for the year ends 30 June 20x1.
Okay, so our year end is 30th June 20x1, and the company name is called Tracy Enterprise. All right. So requirement, ask what you do for the requirement. You do what? Ask you to do. Prepare what?
Sorry, Miss.
The requirement is what? Ask you to prepare.
Prepare the following for Tracy Enterprise. A statement of profits or loss for the year ends 30 June 20x1. B statement of financial positions as at 30 June 20x1.
Okay, so you have to prepare 2 statements. Okay, why I want to do like that? Because sometimes the examiner only want you to do 1 statement. But if you don't read, they do 2 statements. Okay, they could only ask you for 1 statement only. It depends. Okay, so you can read. Okay, so we finish already. Now we go for additional information. First note is what?
First is closing inventory was valued at 175,000.
100,000. Okay, so this one you update to that.
Closing inventory.
Under your cost of goods sold. Okay, one is go to your cost of goods sold negative that.
Yes.
Figure, and the other one go to your current
asset.
Current asset under your SOP. Okay, so okay. Note 2.
Include in the purchases for goods worth 6,000, which has been taken by Principal for family use. No recording has yet been done.
Okay, so there is a drawing from the purchases. What is the double entry for that?
Purchases less 6,000 and drawing plus 6,000.
Okay, that means you debit your drawings, you credit your purchases.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
If you credit your purchases, the purchase should be minus. So how much is your purchases?
Purchases after minus is 950,000,
right?
950,000, yes.
Very good, yeah. And then your drawing. Is there any drawings in your trial balance?
Drawing?
Yeah, in the trial balance, do you have a drawings?
Yes, yes, here.
Yes, right. How much is that?
12,000,
right?
12,000, yes.
Yeah, so you have to add the 6,000 there. So how much is the drawings now?
18,000.
15,000. Okay, so you update your purchases there, 950,000, and update your drawings there, 18,000. All right.
Okay.
Next, number 3.
General expenses accurate was 500 as at year end.
Okay, so general as accrued means not yet pay, right? Not yet pay, so you have to add or minus this 500 in your general expense.
General expenses plus 500 and accrued generations at current liability 500.
All right, so your total general expenses in your P&L should show how much?
2,700.
Yeah, okay, so you already have 2,200 in your trial balance, you have to add additional 500, so its total is 2,700. Okay, and accrued general expenses 500 you show under current liability, all right? Okay, number 4.
And for commission receiver outstanding was 1,000 as at year end.
What does it mean by outstanding? Has it received or not yet received?
Receive haven't received.
Haven't received. So haven't received, should you add a minus to your commission received, the 1,000?
Add.
So total, how much is the commission received to be recorded in your P&L?
7,000.
7,000. Okay, previously in your trial balance, you have 6,000, you plus 1,000, 7,000. Okay, so the 1,000 outstanding commission received is called commission receivable. Okay, you can call it commission receivable or commission received accrued. Okay, accrued commission received also can. Go to your current asset or liability.
Current asset.
Current asset. Okay, because people owe you money. Okay, good. Number 5.
Number 5, interest on loan has been overlooked by the bookkeeper, only partly settled.
All right. So how much should we pay for the interest on loan?
Here, 200,000. 200,000
times
times 6%.
Okay, the 6% is interest rate now. So how much is the interest for the year?
12,000.
12,000. Okay, but have you paid? You have paid half of it, right? How much? So the 12,000 you charge to your P&L, but we have to compare. We already pay how much? In your trial balance, they say the interest on loan is how much?
3,500.
Yeah, so we already paid 3,500. So there is still an outstanding of 8,500, right? So
Yes.
this 8,500 is the interest payable. Interest payable, you go to your current
Liability.
liability. Okay, very good. Then number 6.
Number 6, allowance for doubtful debts is to be reduced to 800 as at year end.
Okay, allowance for doubtful debt reduced to 800. All right. So this 800 you will charge it to your SOFP. Okay, to minus on your trade receivable. But for the P&L, we have to compare the differences. What is the openings allowance for doubtful debts? How much is the opening for allowance for doubtful debts? In the trial balance?
200.
No, what is the opening balance?
1,000.
Yeah, 1,000. Okay, last year you provide 1,000. This year you provide 800. So there's an increase or decrease?
Decrease.
That is a decrease. Okay,
Yes.
decrease by 200. So decrease in doubtful debt is income or expense?
Income.
It's the income. So you go to the income there. All
Yes.
right. Good. Number 7.
Number 7, depreciation charge, plants and machinery.
Machinery. Plant and machinery.
Plants and machinery.
Hmm.
15 on cost, motor vehicle, 20 on reducing balance.
Okay, so how much is the plant and machinery depreciations for the year?
plant is 17,600. Plants
Plant and machinery work.
45,000.
Okay, so you charge the 45,000 to your P&L, and this you add it to your accumulated depreciation. So how much is accumulated depreciation for plant and machinery?
For 45,000 plus 24,000, total is 69,000.
Okay, good. Then how about the depreciation for motor vehicles? It's based on reducing balance method, right? So how much is that?
7,600.
All right. So how much is the accumulated depreciation for motor vehicles?
17,600 plus 12,000, total is 29,600.
All right. Okay. So correct. So we have finished all the adjustment in additional information. Now we go back to the trial balance and transfer it. Okay. Opening inventory go to where?
SOPL.
SOPL under cost of goods sold. First line of cost of goods sold. Okay. 6% long-term loan go to where?
Go to expenses. Expenditure.
Long-term loan law. The 600,000 is supposed to go to where? Don't confuse with the interest. Interest,
Loan on non-current liability.
Non-current liability under SOPL.
Yeah.
Okay, next, water and electricity.
Expenditure.
Expenditure, bank.
Current liability.
Be careful, this bank is in the credit balance, so it's an bank overdraft. Okay, so you have to be careful. Capitals?
Capital equity.
Equity under SOFT. Carriage inwards, we go to where?
Carriage inward go to expenditure.
Expenditure of cost of goods sold.
Inward. Cost of goods sold.
Cost of goods sold.
Inward.
You will add it to your purchases cost then. Okay, purchases and sales. Which one is a purchase? Which one is a sales? The debit one is the purchase or sales?
Debit is sales and credit is purchase.
You sure? Debit is purchase or sales?
Debit is purchase, credit is sales.
Yes. Okay, debit is purchase, credit is sales. Cash?
Cash in current asset.
Allow for the that we've done already. Custom duty?
SOPL below the purchases.
Yeah, it's part of the cost of goods sold. You add to your purchases there. Okay. So carriage inward, custom duty, this is part of your cost of goods sold. Okay. Can I see your cost of goods sold correct or not? Okay, correct. Next, trade receivable and trade payable. Which one is a trade receivable? Which one is a trade payable? Debit side is what?
Debit side is trade receivable. Credit side is trade payable.
Right. Bad debts.
Bad debt is expenditure.
Okay. Carriage hours.
Carriage outward is expenditure.
Right. Drawings. We done already. Okay. Freehold premises.
Non-current asset.
Okay. Motor vehicle and plant and machinery also non-current asset. Okay. This one done. General reserve we have done it. Interest on loan we have done. Discount. Discount debit side is what?
Discount debit is expenditure and credit is income.
Okay. Advertising.
Expenditure.
Returns. Debit side is return what? In what?
Return sales. Return inward.
Right. Debit side is the
return outward.
okay. So debit side is a return inward is to use to minus your sales. Return outward is to minus your purchases. All right. Salary.
Expenditure.
All right. Commission received already done is an income. Okay, good. Can I know what is the gross profit figures?
Gross profit is 30,300.
All right. Net profit,
Net profit 156,400.
very good. So this 156,400 will be transferred to your equity. Okay, add to your capital then, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. So tell me how much is the total non-current asset?
Non-current asset is 1,000.
1 million, 100,000 and 1,000. 101,400.
Yes.
Okay. So total asset,
Total asset is 4,421,400.
okay, 1,421,400. Okay.
Yes.
So your closing capital?
Closing capital is 1,138,400.
Very good. Okay, so I think your total liability and equity is the same as your total asset. All right. Okay, so that's it. Any questions, all of you? No. Okay, thank you. So this is how you normally do like that. Okay, so very easy. You practice. After 5 times already, you should be no problem. Okay, question 2 done. Question 3. Question 3 is Queenie. Okay, Queenie, you read the questions requirement. Okay, the header and the requirement.
Brandon trial balance as at 30 June 200 20 X1. Oh, this
The header. The Brandon's is a stationery retailer.
Brandon is a stationery retailer. The following are the balance extracted from his ledger accounts as at 30 June 20 X1.
All right. So this questions doesn't give you trial balance, they give you the extracted balances. All right. So what is the requirement?
Trial balance.
Okay, they ask you to prepare the trial balance before or after the adjustment.
Before
The adjustments in the additional information. So you do not need to include any adjustment first. Okay. Part B.
SOPL.
Okay, and part C is the SOP. Okay, so we do the part A first, the trial balance. Okay, can you go to the extract of the expenses, extracted of the balances there? We go through one by one. Okay, so the first item is the opening inventory. Should it be debit side or credit side?
Debit.
Debit. Repair and maintenance?
Debit.
Debit. Salary and wages?
Debit.
Debit. Premises?
Debit.
Accumulated depreciation?
Credit.
Okay. Motor vehicles?
Debit.
Accumulated depreciations?
Credit.
Insurance on good purchase?
Debit.
Trade receivable?
Debit.
Trade payables?
Credit.
Credit. Allowance for doubtful debts?
Credit.
Credit. Commission received?
Credit.
5% long-term loan?
Credit.
Credit. Carriage inwards?
Debit.
Debit. Purchases?
Debit.
Debit. Sales?
Credit.
Returns inwards?
Debit.
Return outwards?
Credit.
Utilities?
Debit.
Drawings?
Debit.
Debit. Discount allowed?
Debit.
Discount received?
Credit.
Advertising?
Debit.
Duties on imports?
Debit.
Capitals,
credit,
credit. Bad debts,
debit,
rent,
debit,
debit. Bank overdraft,
credit,
credit. Cash in hand,
debit,
parish hours,
credit.
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 Debit.
Yeah.
Parish, no matter is the inward or outward, parish is an expenses, so it's debit.
Okay.
Alright, debit. Okay, so after you have analyzed it, debit, credit, so what is the total debit in your trial balance? Total balance, debit balance.
191,030.
Okay, how about your credit side? Is it the same as the debit side?
Same.
Same is balance, huh? Alright, good. So this is the part A, lah. Okay, you just then split the categorize it to debit, credit side only. Okay, now it's so let us do the additional information. Okay, additional information. Note 1 is what?
Inventory at the end of the accounting year was 6,050.
Alright, 6,050. This one you will update to your cost of goods sold. Negative, can I see your cost of goods sold? Okay, negative, and then you add into your current asset. Okay, first item in your current asset. Okay, note 2.
Two non-current assets are to be depreciated as follows. Premise at 10% per annum using straight line method. Motor
Alright.
vehicle.
So how much is premises depreciation this year?
Premise 70,000 times 10%.
So how much? 7,000, right? And the accumulated depreciation is how much for premises?
$21,000.
21,000, now you opening as the current year depreciation. Okay, good. Next one.
Motor vehicles at 15% per annum using reducing balance method.
Okay, it's a reducing balance method. So total is how much for the depreciation?
56,000 minus 15,514 times 15%.
So it's how much? 6,059, right? Okay, so how much is accumulated depreciation for motor vehicle?
21,609.
Okay, good. So we increase. Then next one.
Salaries and wages outstanding were 150 ringgit and utilities paid in advance were 120.
Okay, so wages and salary outstanding 150. So outstanding means not yet paid. So should you add or minus to your wages and salary?
Add.
Add now. So how much is your wages and salary? Your P&L?
2,450.
Okay, so you charge to your cost of goods sold or abnormal expenditure?
Cost expenditure.
Expenditure. Since they did not ask us to split, then you charge all to the expenditure stuff. If they give us that to split, then the wages go to the cost. So here no info, okay? So all charge to your expenditure. How about your utility? Pay in advance 120. The 120 should you add or minus to your utilities?
Minus
Minus. So how much is the utility in your P&L?
530.
Okay, 190. Then the 120 prepayment of utilities charged to where? Current asset or current liability?
Current asset.
Current asset. Okay, good. Next, number 4.
Bad debts to be written off amounted to 700 and the owner has decided to provide an allowance for doubtful debts of 247 as at year end.
All right. So bad debts, how to adjust the bad debts? Do you have any bad debts in your trial balance?
Yes.
400, right? So you have to add in this 700. So total, how much is the bad debts?
1,100.
Okay, 1,100, and the 700 additional bad debts you have to minus from your trial trade receivable. So how much is the trade receivable?
2,470.
Yeah, 2470. Okay, good. So the allowance for draft products 247, you need to go to where?
Current asset,
Current asset, you get a minus from your trade receivable there. Okay, and then how much you're supposed to charge to your P&L
43,
for the trade? Okay, the opening is how much?
290,
290. Now it's only reduced to 247. Okay, so there's a difference of 43. There's a decrease. That decrease is the income, right? Yeah, good. Number 5.
drawings made by Brandon for personal use but not recorded in the books were as follows. Goods for resale amounting to 1,300.
Okay, so this 1,300 is a drawing from your goods for resale. Goods for resale, that means it's an inventory, but we do not charge we do not charge inventory, we can credit from that.
Sell. I do it debit drawing credit seller.
No. Goods for resale means it's an inventory. Okay, but I told you if you took goods from inventory, you don't minus from your inventory, but you minus from that. Purchases. Okay, so you should minus from your purchases, not your sales. How can you minus from your sales? You're supposed to minus from your purchases. Okay, because purchases will be relating to your inventory. Those unsold one will become an inventory, right? So you will go to, so the double entry is debit in drawing, credit purchases. Okay, credit purchases. And the second one, if they also draw some cash value 1,050. So how much is the purchases after you deduct? How much is the net purchase? 41120 minus 1,003. So how much is your net purchase?
39,820.
Yeah, okay, 39820. Why? It's a net purchase. Okay. Okay, so next one is we purchase, you draw cash. Cash you minus from your cash. How much is your cash after minus?
1,950.
Okay, 1950. So how much is the total drawing? In your trial balance, is there any drawings?
Yes, 2,100.
Yeah, so you have to add in these two drawings. So how much is the total drawings in your P&L?
4,450.
4,000. 4,450, yeah, alright. Okay, so this is how you adjust this, huh? Okay, continue.
An error was found in which 1/3 of the carriage inward should be regarded as carriage outwards.
Okay, so how much is the carriage inwards in your trial balance?
600.
6,600, right? So they tell you 1/3 is supposed to be carriage outward. So you have to deduct 1/3. 1/3 is how much? So 660 divided by 3 is 2,220. Okay? So 220 you will add it to your carriage outward, and the remaining 440 you will go to carriage inwards. Okay, so your carriage inward is only 440, and your carriage outward should be 940.
40.
Correct. Okay, so this is your adjustment on the carriage outward and inward. Number 7.
Bank loan interest for the year is still outstanding as at year end.
It's still outstanding means not yet paid. Okay, so how much is the total loan interest?
800.
800. How you get 800? You use the 5% from your trial balance. Now you see there's a term loan, 16,000. The interest is 5%. Okay, so 5% times 16,000, you get 800. Okay. So this one is totally did not pay any. Okay, just now the question get paid partly. Now it's not paid at all. So you will debit 800 to your expenses and credit to, or you post it to the 800 is the accrual. Okay, interest payables. Okay, or accrued bank interest, 800. It's under current liability. All right. All right. So finish the counting, the adjustment. So can I see your gross profit figures? How much is your gross profit figures?
Um,
How much is your net sales?
50,919.
I think you double check again. Your sales is wrong. You have to adjust add in the sales. It's not supposed to add in the sales. You should not adjust your sales. It should be 51426. Okay, you haven't minus, you haven't adjust your sales figure. The sales figure is wrong. The sales figure should be 51420.
51430. Oh,
Okay, when you minus your returns inwards, you get 49690. Okay, minus the cost of the sold. So your gross profit should be 11,710, correct? Add in your total income, 5513, so you should have a 17223, correct? And minus your expenditure, total expenditure is 22099, correct? So you should have a net loss. How much is a net loss? 4876, okay? So it's a negative figure, so it's the net loss. You have to show net loss. Okay, net loss. And this net loss will be transferred to your closing capital. To your opening capital first, minus your opening capital. Okay. And then you net off your drawing. So your closing capital should be 73024. Okay. So how much is the total as non-current asset?
83,391.
Okay, so total asset amount should be
93,734.
okay. So your total equity and liability should be the same figures, huh? Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay, so this is how you do that. Okay, remember when you take out goods for inventory for own use, you will charge it to your drawing and credit your cash. If let's say I change the question, the drawings, I say that they Brandon took this station the good for resale 1,003 and for office use. Then what is a double entry? Everyone take look at here. If I change the question, this one. Here they say it's a personal use, ma. If let's say I change this personal use to office use, then what would be the double entry for this 1,003? Give me the double entry. If for office, I change this personal use, okay, I change this to office use. Then what would be the double entry? 来，全部人答案是给我看 ，debit where credit where. If I change this to office use, Ryan, what will be the double entry? Debit drawing or credit or office use? Office use definitely is not drawings already, right? Then debit to where? Debit to where? Huh? Debit to where? Huh? Did I say something? I heard something. Very good. Why you think it's a stationery? Office equipment 啊 ，can we careful？ 你去哪里？你没有来啊 ？I thought you said physical class. Office equipment 啊 ，okay. You look at here. They take stock. What Brandon is selling? Brandon is sell what? 啊，这个就是为什么我要你们看黑的。They sell stationery, so the stock is the stationery. Understand or not? So if they change it to office equipment, you will debit office not office expenses, but debit to stationery. Okay, debit to stationery. And credit to where? Credit to where? You take stocks. Good for resale is an inventory, but you don't charge inventory, you credit to purchases. Okay, you still minus from purchases. Okay, no matter you take out for what purpose. Okay, you do the purchases. And this one, cash in hand, cash value, not for office use, not for your own personal use, but it's office use. Everywhere and everywhere. This one don't know because we really don't know what he spent for. Okay, but it can be, if really cannot, then you will put under where? So if the cash value is 1,000 pounds for office use, that means it takes some cash out from the bank. So you can take it as a drawing. Take it as a contract. Okay, that means you have to credit your cash and debit where? Maybe you put into the bank. Okay, debit bank, credit cash. Okay, if really, but this one okay lah. I don't. Unless they tell you what is expenses. If no, then you will charge it to the bank. Debit bank, credit to the cash. Okay, because they pick up cash. Okay. So understand now? Okay, so this one. And one more thing I would like you to be careful one is, I think this one. The owner, doubtful debts, every time we know that you will adjust it to the allowance for doubtful debt to decided to adjust to 247,000. If I change it, decided to increase by, I change this to, okay, to become by, increase by, okay, instead of 2, I delete off the 2, okay, I don't want the 2, it increase by, then what will be your closing balance? This is that's your English, yeah? Instead of 2, that I tell you increase by, then what is your closing balance? Because every time we are very convenient at 247 is the closing, right? If I just change that, this one is 2, now becomes increased by. So you have to check if your opening is how much first. It's allowed for that money already. Yeah. So 290. is increased by 247, that means you have to add 247, 290 plus 247. That will be your closing. Okay, increase by 嘛 ，okay, increase to that means this is to 就是那个 final figure， to 是 final figure，increase by 是你 from opening 再加多247。Okay, you increase by then your total closing will be how much? Your AFED carry forward is how much? You will use 290 plus the 247. Total 多少？我看一下，537。Okay, so your closing will be 537. Then this 247 will be charged to your P&L as an expenses. Understand? So you have to read the question very carefully. It's whether it's increased to or increased by. If increased to 477, that means 2 is a closing. By is a difference. Okay, so this is the keyword. Last time I remember there is one question is a 2 and by now they make it standardized already. I just afraid the examiner change the 2 become by in exam. I don't know because I'm not examiner. All right, so I want to alert you of this. Okay, now so this is the things, petty things you need to know. Okay, hopefully the examiner will not change that because all the question is 2. All right, but I remember there's one year or one question I cannot remember is they put by. And you have to be careful. Okay, so that's it for the questions 1, 2, 3. I will show you the extra questions. Extra question answer. I'm sure most of you have done it. All right, so check your answer here because I'm not going to discuss anymore because it's the same. All right. Okay, I think I just pick one things for you to. Okay. Question 3. Okay. Check us out. Okay, this is a question 1. Oh my God, I got it already. You done? You have done. You check it. Check your answer. If not yet done, you screenshot it. You screenshot it. Then do revisions at home. When you do revision, you try do yourself. Okay, so this is a question 2, Mr. Smith. This is question 2. Question 2 answer. Extra question. Please let me down. Okay. Okay, after that, I want you to look at the question, the extra question, question 1. Highlight this. There is something different from that. Okay, look at the extra question. The question 1, notes number 6. Okay, the bank loan was taken on 1st October 20x0 and no interest was paid. Okay, so this one, how much should we charge for the interest, loan interest? Normally we will use 6% times 80,000. 80,000 is a loan, it's a non-current liability. Okay, but we will use this 6% times 80,000 to calculate the interest. So how much should we charge to the P&L? Everyone calculate and type your answer in your chat box. How much is the interest for the year to be charged to your P&L? Everyone look at the question, extra question 1. Extra question 1, note number 6, and tell me. How much interest supposed to charge your P&L? It's supposed to be 6% times 80,000 is for 1 year. But please take note, you only apply this start from 1st of October x0. And when is your year end? Your year end is 30th June. So start from 1st October until 30th June is how many months are that? Is it exactly 1 year? Not enough 1 year. So how many months? You have to apportion to the month. Can you tell me how many months? Calculate, use your finger, calculate. 1st of October, that means start from October lah, okay? Until 30th June. How many months are that? Yeah, Rachel, 9 months. Okay, 9 months, so 1 year is 6% times 80,000 is supposed to be 4,008, but it's only 9 months, so you will only charge P&L how much? 3,600, all right. Okay, so this one is be careful. So sometimes don't ignore the dates. Okay, they give you the dates, there must be something one. All right, if they don't tell, if not full year, then you have to be very careful. You have to apportion to how many months are that. 3,006, all right, Rachel, very good. Okay, so this is why I wrote my answers. Okay, they only charge 3,006. Okay, this is how they apportion. The rest, I think, is quite straightforward one. Okay. So that's it. Any questions to ask me? If no, then we stop here today. Okay, thank you, everyone. Questions asked, huh? Very good. Who have ever marked attendance, huh? Can you hear, right?
wages and salary。那我在 cost on goods 这边它写 wages 还是写 wages and salary？
wages 就可以了。
wages 了，那下面这个是写 wages and salary， 还写 salary？salary 啊。
Okay, tomorrow I will discuss the past year question. I will go through one past year question with you, which is in your already posted two, right? I discussed once. Okay. Have you tried that question? Past year question. I posted on. No. Okay. I just want to. 对。
所以他今年会选去。
对了，这个是车不先跑。哦 ，OK， good。Thank you, Okay. Spotted one is thank you, Edward. I remember there's one question. Okay, everyone. Just if you look at the extra question 2, Yeah. Share screen one more time. Okay, when you try to do your extra question 2, this is the one I said. Allowance of that is to be increased by 500. 看到吗？它不是to 500, increased by 500. So 你看我的 answer look at the suggested answer. The closing will not be 500. You will add in the opening plus the increase. So your closing for your FDD is 1,700. Okay, the differences 500 will go to here. 看到吗 ？Okay, you try to do the question 2, then you understand what I mean. Okay, 所以的 keyword 是，所以可以很大分别increase to 和 increase by 不同的意思Okay, alright, thank you, bye bye, see you tomorrow.